We have 5 dates until John Cena's final match. And today I'm going to present to you guys 5 people, 5 worthy storylines that may be John Cena's final match. So let's get started here. Number 1. None other than the rated R superstar Adam Copeland, Edge. Okay, there's a lot of speculations, with that promo with Christian. He's saying that he's going home. What could that mean? Could that mean he's coming back to WWE for one last match with Cena? Right? There's a lot of things that can happen within this storyline right here. But I do think they're probably going to harp on history. Okay? They're probably going to bring up their old matches, their grudges. Personally, for me, I just want to see Edge turn heel one more time, man. Look, if Adam Copeland respectfully met up with Tony Khan, right? They had a dinner or something. And he's talking about how he wants to wrestle Cena. I think he would make it happen, okay? Anyways, moving on. All right, let's go to the next person. Rock's revenge. Okay, who doesn't want to see this, man? All right, there's a lot of people that's been saying, oh, Rock's too old, he's too skinny. Bro, we have to tie the knot, man. We have to tie the knot, okay? This storyline, right, with The Rock and Cena attacking Cody together, right, having this unspoken bond, this unspoken storyline, they have to have some sort of moment together before Cena leaves, okay? It can't just end here, man, all right? Triple H, what are you doing, okay? Rock and Cena should have fucking feuded maybe a year ago. This has to happen, all right? I will not succumb to John Cena not feuding with The Rock one last time, all right? It just makes sense. Tie the knot, all right? This is Rock's revenge, right? Maybe they can come at it with an angle of like, oh, yeah, The Rock, he didn't like how John Cena lost to Cody. Cena disappointed The Rock. Something along the lines of that, all right? Moving on. Now, some of you guys might disagree just by seeing this picture right here, right? Austin Theory, what is he doing? But let intern John cook, all right? Look. This whole storyline should be based around obsession. Okay, now what I mean by obsession, you're probably like, what do you mean? Austin Theory should come back and have this glaze fest, right? This glaze of John Cena. There should be segments of Austin Theory backstage, right? Just talking about John Cena, going up to John Cena, praising John Cena. You have this sort of fanboy type of angle here with Austin Theory, okay? Now, it's not just gonna end there, okay? That's not it. Austin Theory should descend into some crazy fan, right? Who's basically out to take out John Cena and replace John Cena. Now, this obsession with John Cena shouldn't just be on the basis of he loves John Cena. He's obsessed with John Cena. No, it should almost be like, who is your final match? I want to be your final match. I am obsessed with being your final match. You know, that is what the angle should be. Austin Theory, he should have this obsession of wanting to be John Cena's final match. Why? It's almost like a passing of the torch, but basically Austin Theory, he's taking that torch. He's ripping that torch out of John Cena's hand, and he's taking it for himself, okay? And we see this right here. We see this type of promo where John Cena's begging Austin Theory to leave him alone. I won't be your final match. You don't deserve it, right? These are all things that John Cena should say within the promos, the segments with Austin Theory, to kind of reinforce this obsession, right? To reinforce this storyline that Austin Theory is crazy, all right? That is what we should get. Think about how interesting that would be. It's this darker, sadistic side of Austin Theory that will disrupt John Cena's retirement tour. Okay? This is the emotion we want from Cena. It's a great way to put over Austin without making it look cheap. I'm pretty sure he's like a big John Cena fan, so it makes sense, right? And again, it taps into a different dynamic within his character, tapping into the nostalgia of his childhood, right? Those are things that should lead to this obsession type of storyline, right? Austin Theory, he attacks him, boom, right? Obsession. That's the premise right there, okay? Moving on. Cena's shadow. Now you're probably like, oh, we already seen Randy Orton. Now what if I told you this storyline right here is not about Orton? I'm just using this picture for storytelling purposes, okay? So cross out Randy right here. Or actually, no, leave him in. So just imagine this scene right here. Okay, John Cena, forget the belts in the back. All right, it's just John Cena, Randy Orton shaking hands, Triple H shaking hands, all these legends behind John Cena just like clapping and being in John Cena's presence for his final match, right? The announcement. It's this big spectacle of a moment. Every legend you can think of is in the ring to be in the presence of John Cena's final match announcement. All right, Undertaker, right? The Rock, Batista, right? Edge. You have all of these people from the past that are in the presence of John Cena's last match announcement. Okay, now Triple H, he has a couple words to say. Basically appreciating John Cena's legacy, saying his career is cemented up there with the GOATs. He gives him a hug. But then as he pulls away, he does this. And everybody in the crowd pops. Like, oh, like what the fuck is going on? Right? That's what the crowd is going to do. Okay, then after this, boom. Cody Rhodes destroys John Cena. He destroys John Cena. Crossroads, just bloodied. Okay, he bludgeons John Cena into a pull-up. John Cena just gushing blood in the middle of the ring, right? While everybody's watching. All the legends are watching this unfold in the middle of the ring. Imagine that scene. Imagine that scene. Okay, Triple H, he has this smile. He has this smug smile. The Rock, he has this smug smile. They're all proud of Cody Rhodes. It's almost like this ritual, right? This passing of the torch. All of the legends, they're all applauding Cody Rhodes for taking the torch from John Cena. It is not a passing. He's taking that torch. Okay? And all the legends, they applaud. Why? Because they don't mess with Cena. They never messed with Cena. All right? So it's this authority type of angle here with Triple H leading the pack of legends. Okay? And choosing the next Cena. Okay? And who does he choose? He chooses Cody. Okay? And again, think about it. Just think about the premise of this, all right? You are working with real heat. Okay? Triple H, he kept the belt on Cody. He kept the goddamn belt on him, bro. All right? You're using real heat to create this storyline of Cena's shadow. Okay, Cody Rhodes, he's coming at it with a premise, the angle of like, I don't want to be in Cena's shadow anymore. I'm going to take the torch before you leave. You are not going to have a chance to have a match with anyone else but me. That is the angle that Cody Rhodes should come at it with. And again, just imagine, right? The Rock shaking hands with Cody, applauding Cody. But guess what's on Cody's hands, right? Blood. Cena's blood. That is the premise. That is the segment that I do believe that will transcend wrestling back into that fucking cinematic nature. Okay? It is not about just dream matches, stuffing matches together. No. They need to have moments like this. They need to have spectacles. They need to have must-see TV. All right? This is must-see TV. Okay? The cherry on top is the blood shake, the handshake with Cody and The Rock and all these legends with Cena's blood on Cody's hands. All right? That is wrestling. We need that back. Okay, Triple H, he shouldn't be scared to stay in the line of fire, man. He should be included in this, right? He should get the heat, work with the heat that he's already having, right? That he already has, right? He needs the balls to be included in the storyline because he's the guy to tie this all together. His hatred for Cena, right? It should be used, right? Kayfabe or not, real or not, it should be used within Cena's retirement. Okay, it just makes the retirement and makes the farewell hit even harder. It all starts from him. He's the guy, right? To start this, right? To plan this, to plot this against John Cena. Boom. Right? He waves goodbye. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Cody hits him with a crossroads, low blow, whatever you want, okay? I just think that this moment here has to happen. Okay, it's not a passing of the torch. Cody Rhodes is taking that bitch. Alright, he turns heel. Okay, but it's not a cheap heel turn. It's a corporate heel turn. Everybody's involved. The Rock, Kane, Undertaker, right? Batista. Everybody shakes his head and gives him this look, right? Cena's blood is on everyone's hands. All the legends' hands. My God, man. If they do that, you know, they will win me back as a fan. But I don't think they're going to do that, obviously, because Triple H and Road Dogg, I don't know, you know, they have no creative bone in their fucking body. All right, anyways, moving on. Okay, they should run it back after this era, right? Cody Rhodes and Cena, they're going to have a big match after this, maybe at Saturday night's main event. And then you have another match, okay? You have to let Cena win this one, okay? And he should have the belt. He should have his final farewell. He lays down the WWE Championship in the middle of that ring, and he says his goodbye, his final farewell. Now, that is what I think should happen with Cena's last match, okay? There's nobody else that I can see fit to be Cena's final match. Okay, I've seen people say, oh, Trick Williams, push a young talent, right? They're too green. Okay? With this, I feel like it's a little more likely because you're using things from recent memory. This is the only way I see it happening, man. Personally, my favorite one out of all these storylines, right? All these scenarios is Cena's Shadow and Obsession. Right? These are the two storylines that I do believe would change the atmosphere, right? The perception of WWE. Okay? The biggest problem with Triple H is that he doesn't know how to use his soldiers. He doesn't know how to immerse us into storylines. These storylines should be thought out to a T, man. This is John Cena's final run. They should have fucking 6-hour meetings talking about how they should execute his final run, but they're not. Let me know what you guys think about these storylines that I booked. I do think these two right here would save the WWE. Okay, straight up. Okay, especially Cena's Shadow. I think this one has cinema written all over it. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this, okay? Who do you guys think should be Cena's last match? Alright, should it be Edge? Personally, I don't think so. Right? He can maybe be like the third or fourth last match. But, you know, I don't think it's worthy, right? In terms of the storyline, I don't think there's anything there. There's not much oomph to this storyline. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Alright? You guys already know who this is, right? The high rise living, work, wife, stealing, intern. Ja, out.